research questions. What is the process for using classroom lecture capture technology? Is the process burdensome? That means, is it difficult? Would I recommend classroom lecture capture technology to other instructors? So the methods, data collection, I used document analysis, you might say. So I had my repository of lesson videos. I had Blackboard postings that I could look at, and I had my own reflection on my experience with the technology. Results, what is the process? Well, the first thing, of course, this is happening in the classroom. That means the laptop that's in the classroom, well, one, you have to have a laptop. Two, it has to have the right kind of software enabled, and you need to have an account for the Tegrity and so on. So all that software stuff has to be working. I created all my, I knew I was going to use Tegrity, and I knew that Tegrity recorded whatever was on the computer screen, and I knew I was going to be using a smartboard with the interaction with the computer, so I created all my lesson materials on PDF. I know a lot of university instructors, they use PowerPoint slides. You can use PowerPoint slides too. The reason I use PDF is that PDF is easier for students to print. When students try to print PowerPoint slides, they waste so much paper. So I put everything in PDF. I just typed up my notes, chapter notes for the course, and that's what I used during my lessons, and I posted those notes online, and that's how it worked for me. I had to pick up and set up the hardware for recording the lessons every time I did a lesson. Of course, as I was teaching, I was interacting with the software, starting it, stopping it. Also with the smartboard, using a pen to mark up so the PDFs, the notes as they were displaying on the smartboard, I could pick up a blue pen or a red pen or a green pen and write on the notes. At the end of the lesson, I had to tear down all of the hardware and return it to the Teaching and Learning Center on our campus. For each video, lecture capture video that got created, I had to name them, I had to post them in Blackboard, I had to put links, hyperlinks for each of those videos in Blackboard for the students. Okay, here's a picture of the hardware that I picked up and set up every lesson, and then I tore down every lesson. There's a wireless microphone, audio, it's very important to have good audio. A standard PC camera, any PC camera will do really. Audio is the more important thing. Some extension cables, so on, a bag to hold everything. This is the Tegrity online interface, and what you see down there on the left is a list of all the videos that I created. So that's where all of the videos get housed, and we bought our own server for our campus that was for Tegrity, and so it was all stored locally on our campus. It wasn't being sent out to North America, to a server in North America. All of those videos were stored locally at the branch campus in the Middle East, and that's the way I like it. Oh, sorry. Next, this is Blackboard. When my students, they go into Blackboard and they click on my course, this is the first thing that they will see is all of the lessons and all of the lesson resources. There are PDFs of my lesson notes. There are obviously the descriptions of the videos along with hyperlinks to the videos on a lesson-by-lesson basis. And this is what they see when they click on one of those links. This thing comes up. This is, as you saw at the beginning of this presentation, this is the Tegrity, how it works. On the right side, that's Tegrity, captures whatever on the computer screen. So in the classroom, there is a laptop, and what's on the right side of this picture is what is on the laptop. And the laptop is connected to a smartboard. And it's also connected to, in our classroom, we also had a big display screen. You can see those on the left. There's me standing in front of a smartboard, and then off to the side a little bit is the big display screen. But those things are just showing what is on the laptop. You don't see the laptop there, but it's showing what's on the laptop. Now the smartboard, what it does is it lets me take a pen and mark up all of the PDFs that are open there on the laptop. So it's both a way for me to interact with a live audience so that I can display the information to a live audience, and I can also interact with notes that I've prepared and created and made them into PDFs. And yeah, that's basically how it works. And obviously there's a PC camera that's recording me live. And you can imagine a student at home who maybe was absent, and they, to a great extent, by watching this Tegrity thing, they are experiencing the lesson as if they had been in the classroom. Is the process burdensome? Not really. It does require learning something new. And anytime you learn something new, it's difficult. It doesn't matter if it's exercising, dieting, well, I don't know what else. Anything. Anytime you learn something new, driving, at first, it takes a lot of attention and brain power. But after some time, once you get used to it and it becomes more of a habit, no, it's not as burdensome. I mean, there was set up and tear down each lesson. That was not ideal. It would be better to have this equipment always in the classroom. For me, over one semester, I created 37 videos. Two of them failed. I re-recorded one sitting at my desk, and the other one I just said to students, look, it failed. If you have any questions, come and see me. And you'll see that how many videos per lesson did I post in Blackboard. At the beginning, I was posting 5 videos per lesson, 4 videos per lesson, 5 videos per lesson, 4 videos per lesson. By the end, I was posting like 1 video per lesson. Well, what's going on? Somebody told me that if I let the recording go too long as I'm teaching, maybe the computer will crash because there's too much data on the computer. So what I did was I chopped up my lesson. At the beginning, I chopped up all of my lessons into the major topics. So they would be about 10 minutes, 20 minutes or something, and then I'd stop it, let it upload, and I'd start a new recording right away into the next topic of the lesson. And that's why I had 5 videos per lesson or 4 videos per lesson. But then there came a time when I forgot to stop the video and upload and start a new video. And I just went on for an hour or an hour and a half or however long. And I was happy to see that the computer did not crash. So as I got to later on in the course, I just started the video at the beginning, the lecture capture at the beginning, and then I just let it run until I was finished my lesson. In total, I had about 18 hours of video, and of course they were all lesson specific. There was a modification of teaching practice. I think if you want to use this kind of technology and use it well, what you do is you'll see in a moment, where is it on the next slide? I'll tell you what I was going to tell you in a moment here. You'll see the point coming up. Would I recommend it to others? Yes. If the equipment and software were always available and reliable. If there were online tutorials for how to use the technology and a go-to person. Online tutorials, I feel, are super important because teachers, it lets teachers learn anytime, anywhere, whenever they are curious, whenever they have time, whenever they are motivated. They can go to the online tutorials, learn about the technology. They can go back to them, review them, whenever. I think we do not use online tutorials enough. We should use them a lot more than we do. We almost never use them, really. And we should be. It is my feeling that we should have online tutorials to help teachers learn how to use technologies like this in a meaningful way with their students. Of course, online tutorials, they might not answer all of the questions, so it's good to have a go-to person, an expert who can help the teacher understand how to use the technology in specific ways that appeal to the teacher. It helps if the teacher is a little bit tech savvy. Then maybe they don't need to call IT. Then maybe they can fix it themselves. But if not, they should at least know the IT phone number. Okay, if the teacher is a little bit adventurous, it helps because then they won't be so nervous.